To start making the dough, begin by making a Tangzon. For this you'll need to heat 60 grams of milk, 30 grams of water and 20 grams of flour over a medium heat. Stir constantly until the mixture thickens as shown on screen. Next, add 120 grams of warm milk to a container, which should be around 40 Celsius, which if you touch should be lukewarm, not hot or cold, as you don't want to kill or slow down the yeast. Once added to the container, also pour in 9 grams of dry yeast. Stir thoroughly until mixed and set aside for about 10 minutes until there is some activity from the yeast. Whilst you're waiting for your yeast to start activating, to a bowl or your dough mixer if you're using one, add 320 grams of flour, 35 grams of sugar, a pinch of salt, your Tangzon mixture from earlier, 1 egg yolk and 1 whole egg. And then once ready, also add your yeast mixture. Now either hand knead your mixture or use the machine to knead until thoroughly mixed and a smooth texture. About halfway through, also add your pre-softened butter. Once a smooth texture is achieved, take your dough out and put it onto a flat surface. Fold in the sides and the corners a few times. Be careful because it can be very sticky, so use plenty of flour or oil as needed to ensure the sticking is to a minimal. Then once you've folded it in a few times, put it into a bowl, wrap it in cling film and set aside for about 2 hours to let proof. Once your dough mixture is proofed, either by letting it sit for 2 hours in a warm location or doubling in size, take take it out into a well floured surface and fold it in a few more times. Then roll it into a ball, split it into as many portions as you want. I chose to go for 4 portions, which ended up making massive buns, but it went well with the size of the beef that I was using. But you can make it into 6 pieces, 8 pieces, depending on what size buns you require. Now place your dough balls into an oven tray which you're going to be used to bake, covering cling film one more time, and I put on a towel just to make sure that there's no draft going in there and drying the top of the buns out. Let proof for another hour or so, or until doubled in size. Whilst the dough balls are proofing, it's a good idea to turn on your oven now to 200 degrees Celsius to ensure that they're ready once the dough balls are proofed well enough. Once the proofing is complete, apply some egg wash onto your buns and place into the oven for about 20 minutes, but make sure you keep an eye on them. You want to ensure that they come out golden brown and not overcook. Once your buns are ready, take them out and put on a cooling tray and let them come down to room temperature at least. Prepare your ingredients for the burger. So I've gone for tomatoes, onions, lettuce and pickles, but feel free to modify this and use ingredients to your taste and liking. So chop these up into slices so they're ready to build the burger once it's ready. Your burger sauce, simply put some ketchup, mustard and mayo into a pot, salt and pepper to taste, and mix well thoroughly until all incorporated. To make your burger patties, get your beef mince, roll it into a ball, and then flatten it out using a surface. With one hand, push down, whilst your other hand cups the edges to round them off nicely. I've used about 250 grams of beef mince for each patty here, and again has created quite a big patty to go along with the buns. Apply some oil on one side of the patty and some salt and pepper to taste. Preheat a pan on a medium heat with some cooking oil in it. Then add one patty at a time to make sure that the temperature of the pan doesn't drop too drastically. Brown on one side and then flip over, add some oil, salt and pepper and your cheese. Then place a tiny bit of boiling water into the pan and cover for another 2 or 3 minutes until the cheese has melted. Remove your patties and let them sit on the side. There may be some bleeding that comes out of it. You want to get rid of this before building your burger. Now, using the buns that we made earlier and the same pan that we used to cook the patties in, place the top bun into the pan and let it brown for a few minutes. You can add some additional butter here if you want, but I've gone for no butter. Do the same with the bottom side of the bun. Now all that's left is building your burger. Personally, I like to start off with bottom bun, lettuce and then the patty. This protects the buns from being too soggy from any juices left over in the bun or the sauce dripping through. Once built, take a moment to admire your creation and indulge yourself.